Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is in Brussels to push through a trade deal with the European Union as early as possible. Abe's pledge comes just days after the Trump administration rattled its G20 allies by breaking a decades-long tradition of promoting open trade, a topic that's also on the agenda at the EU finance ministers meeting in Brussels. And we go to Brussels now, where Kevin Ozebek is standing by for us. Kevin, thanks ever so much for joining us. So EU and Japan trying to get together on an important trade deal. Is this a repudiation in some way of Donald Trump's protectionist agenda?
Well, it certainly is, and the reason we can say this is for sure is because while Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was meeting with the leaders of the EU today, he said it's very important that we get this EU-Japanese trade deal done as soon as possible because it's crucial that both the EU and Japan wave the flag of free trade to send a message to the United States. Prime Minister Abe says it's very clear to him as well as to the EU that free trade is truly what drives and makes the world economy thrive, and it's really the engine of growth for the world economy. So he says it's crucial that both Japan and the EU don't follow suit and don't try to adopt a protectionist agenda like we're seeing out of Washington right now.
Right. Tell us a little bit more about this deal between Japan and the EU. Once it's signed off, which are the sectors between Europe and Japan that could actually benefit the most?
Well, we expect this to be an all-encompassing free trade agreement. Now, since negotiations are still underway, we don't have all the specifics just yet. But obviously, this is going to impact the industries or the sectors that involves the most exporting in both Japan as well as here in Europe. Now, when you look at the exports and the imports between Japan and the EU, what's very interesting is Japan and the EU, they trade with each other a lot of similar products. Number one is automobiles, so this will greatly impact both the Japanese as well as the European car manufacturing industries. Also, both the EU and Japan trade with each other heavy machinery and medical equipment, so this will impact those sectors greatly as well. One thing that is very European-specific here is pharmaceuticals. The EU exports a lot of pharmacy drugs or medications to Japan, so that is one European sector that could greatly benefit once this free trade deal is signed, sealed, and delivered.
Kevin Ozebek in Brussels, thank you so much.